Listen here, friends, I got a problem. I'm an avid YouTube consumer and I consume about like 10 to 15 YouTubes a day, so one can say I'm pretty versed in this. The long story short of it, I like watching YouTube videos for just about anything, but something I do not like to make a habit of doing is watching these damn AI narrations. I can spot them out from a mile away and my AI tingler is rarely incorrect. It all started with the TikTok narrations, and ever since, it's consumed all portions of social media everywhere.
He is an angel.
I will name him Tree.
WTF, Mom, what kind of name is Tree?
I think it's a beautiful name.
Can I at least see my brother?
Sure.
Is that a clown?
No, it's Tree, your baby brother.
Yes. Now we will show him his present.
He's an infant. I didn't even get anything for midday.
Here's your new car, Tree.
Isn't it lovely?
Sis, what?
And let me just state this right now. If you're a fan of these AI videos, click off because it's not for you. Now, before I get into this whole AI narration shenanigans, I just wanted to give a fat shout out to the homies making the AI SpongeBob songs, like that one that's a certified hood classic.
I'm the reason they call it Bikini Bottom. Don't forget I left you on red, gang. The baddest bitches live in bubbles, that's a fucking fact. Ain't no patty, bitches crabby, I got hella ass. I bought my strap into the club, I'm trying to throw it back, and I just hit up Danger, he a pussy.
Or Squidward's incredible feature on Eugene.
Hey, all I see are bodies falling and dead ops when duty's calling. I'm the red dot and pipe lane pouring, the lines up and square.
Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about why we're here. Now, the first video to use this sort of format were the ones that looked like they were in some sort of foreign movie. They had a weird sort of backstory, and it never really made any sense and lacked all sort of context whatsoever. You all must know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, here's what I'm saying.
The punished individuals are required to run non-stop, as stopping will result in being crushed into mincemeat. Alternatively, they can choose to jump into the water, but the flesh-eating fish in the water will instantly tear them into pieces. This is the lazy hell in the underworld, specifically designed to punish the lazy, and it's just one of the 7 deadly sins. There are also hellfire soup for the sin of murder, tongue-pulling hell for the sin of lying, sinful mirror hell for the sin of betrayal, abyss hell for the sin of violence, frozen hell for the sin of injustice, and quicksand hell for the sin of filial impiety. Everyone has to undergo the judgment of these 7 levels of hell within 49 days after death. Only if they are completely innocent can they be reincarnated. Otherwise they will be forever unable to be reborn. Today, a special soul arrives here. He is a firefighter who had an accident during a rescue mission just 5 minutes ago.
I honestly can't even explain to you how long it took me to find a video like that, but I prevailed and I got y'all the evidence, so let's get back to it. Now, I know it's more of a text-to-speech than an AI, but the concept of using the robot narration in your videos is honestly just like nails on chalkboard. And I'd much rather listen to 2016 Pyro than have to tolerate more of this text-to-speech nonsense being flooded literally everywhere.
You guys have been asking me if I'm the voice on TikTok.
The text-to-speech option on TikTok is a person.
And mind you, I'm not a TikTok king like many of you may be, nor am I a user of other social media apps other than this beauty here. So when I get bamboozled into clicking on a short with text-to-speech or AI narration, I feel betrayed, and rightfully so. The only narration that should be allowed is the AI precedents, and even that's been played out.
Joe, I've been worried about your health recently, so I got you a nice relaxing video of a car driving down a hill.
Wow, Donald, that's very nice of you, and here I am thinking you were a jerk. You are a good friend.
We care about you, Joe.
Guys, I think it's working. This is so relaxing.
And I can really care less that it's considered lazy or not genuine to use the AI voice for your videos. I just truly hate the way it sounds and the off-cadence pattern in which it speaks, or the clear mispronunciation of the words, as I just did. Now, I gotta put a little bit of a disclaimer here for these upcoming claims. It's a possibility that they may not be using AI, and in which case, bravo for having a robot-like speech pattern. I've been got. The channel Detective Williams is on my radar for sure. Watch it for just a couple minutes, you can tell something sketchy, and it's a shame because the content itself is great, but the narration just sounds like text-to-speech.
Known as Boozy Badaz, who on July 12, 2022, along with his vehicle's driver, Deshaun Lawrence, were pulled over for having dark window tints and a concealed license plate. Little did the officers know who they were going against.
Pull down your windows!
The first mispronunciation of Badaz, I understand from a monetization aspect, but from a conspiratorial mindset like mine, I'm just not having it. Especially because right afterwards, he mispronounces Deshaun. Saying Deshaun just sounds fishy. And I almost feel guilty for saying these things, because if it's a real dude and I'm just eviscerating his voice, that's a tough look. But again, my tinglers are very rarely ever wrong, so we can continue on with this assumption.
But if you thought teens owning cops stops here, that's because you don't know the case of Taven Galanakis. Yeager was finally arrested on charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, battery on a police officer, and resisting arrest without violence.
And like I said, the content itself is engaging, and I have no other qualms other than the fact that the narration itself just does not sound natural. And this is honestly how I'm starting to feel about TierZoo with these past couple of videos. This one may be a little bit of a bigger stretch, but I'm holding my ground and I'm dying on this hill. There's a distinct difference in the past 3 videos, and there's just something I cannot shake. Have a listen. Here's a video from just 11 months ago.
Insects are extremely diverse in their abilities and stat spreads. In fact, they're so diverse that it's impossible to include them all in a single video. I'll be keeping things fairly generalized, but truth be told, many of the groups I'll be discussing today have so many standout members that they could easily be an entire tier list in and of themselves.
And here's a clip from a video posted just last month.
Though they may not be the largest, fastest, or smartest builds in the current meta, they're undoubtedly top 5 when it comes to raw power and defense. Their most iconic feature, their massive, fearsome horn.
And it isn't just me either. There are many people who've noticed this change in the narration, but he chalked it up to narrating it in the morning and focusing on the pronunciation of the words. And originally I thought it was because he was recording on a new mic, or he had a different sort of software. Ultimately I thought it was just like a technical thing, but he was chalking it up to just doing it in the morning? Nah, I don't think so, pal. I got my tinfoil hat on this one. It's just, in my opinion, the audio just sounds way too drastically different, and I'm gonna perish on this hill. It's at the point where I'm not really able to watch the new videos as freely as before because I'm so perplexed on the audio change. Which, saying it out loud, I know it's a me problem, but so be it. And this is honestly where I'm going to go ahead and end the video. I don't really got much else to talk about, so, I saw those TierZoo videos and figured I'd go ahead and throw my 2 cents in. And I just hate that AI voice in general, so just throwing in my 2 cents. If you watch, you watch. I appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. This has been Slink. Hope you have a good day.